artist who came to study. And she had the good fortune of being also a teacher in this great institution. Before her, of course, there was just one exception, and she really made a mark. Those were days when, as I said, we had very few women artists in the country, and really at that point of time, no women artists made a mark in the professional field. Now, Shantiniketan was not exactly geared to make artists who were just professionals, but Shantiniketan was the first art institute where we had women students coming to study and women artists who practiced all their life. So, Chitraniva Chowdhury was one of those very first women who not only studied here but one of the earliest who also practiced her art throughout her life. Now, when we say that, I mean, today probably what one achieves is almost dependent on what one can put into your profession. But in those early days, especially women artists, when they worked throughout their life, they needed also a very supporting family. And one of the great blessings of Chitraniva Chowdhury was that her husband and her family were extremely supportive. Now, we also, when we think of today's world, we measure everything in terms of professional success, in terms of whether you make your mark in the galleries, how you sell, in which museums your work go, and so on. But in the process, we forget another ideal, which is also important for any society, the ideal of serving that society. Now, it is true that most artists, women artists who came to study in Shantiniketan, they didn't make a big name professionally, but quite a few of them did many things that were very useful for the society, and Chitraniva Chowdhury was one of them. So she came in 1927. She was here for 10 years. First few years, she was a student. Then she taught here for a short while. Then she had to go back and rejoin her family. But even while she went back, she became a teacher in her own right, trained other women in crafts and music. And this lasted till the very end of her life. So that second ideal of Shantiniketan, that is to make yourself valuable and play a role in shaping your society, that was the role she played. And she played that role very significantly. So when we talk about women in the cultural field of India, we tend to forget this category of people a lot. I know young students are now researching and publishing books on women artists and so on, but many of them look at the professional success of artists. They don't look adequately at what these artists give back to the community, gave back to the society? How did they help the next generation of people to come into contact with the higher values of life, come into contact with the cultural heritage of this country, and make themselves useful to the society they lived in? If you think about that, then somebody like Chitraniva Chowdhury will be kind of honored much more than she is already. And she probably outshines many others in this regard. So I'm quite happy to be here on this occasion, which is her 110th birth anniversary. And I'm quite happy to see a lot of my colleagues, friends, and people who matter in our cultural world today, especially in this part of the world, are also here. So thank you very much for having me and allowing me to be part of this remembrance. Thank you.